In honor of Black History Month, Truth to Power put together a series of short videos representing Black business people, leaders, and activists in Ashland.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nataki Garrett. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm the 6th Artistic Director of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and I am so very happy to be here today. Thank you.
Nataki Garrett is a theater administrator, director, producer, playwright, educator, and activist, and is now the 6th Artistic Director at the Ashland Oregon Shakespeare Festival. Garrett began her time at OSF during its 2019 season, during which she directed How to Catch Creation. Before becoming creative director, she had been involved with over 20 years of close work with theater, and her influence has been in the realm of fostering and developing new work. Since her appointment as artistic director at OSF, Garrett has guided the organization through numerous transitions and crises, all while building toward a more sustainable producing and fundraising model. The COVID-19 pandemic forced OSF to close 5 productions only 6 days after opening, in what was supposed to be Garrett's first full season as artistic director. Shortly after closing, Garrett oversaw the process to shrink expenditures at OSF, while still maintaining a humane connection to OSF's company as furloughs and layoffs ensued. Over the next 6 months, Garrett raised $6 million for the company, while also supporting the company during Southern Oregon's Almeda fire, as well as mobilizing relief efforts including an on-site donation center and short and long-term housing for those impacted by the fires. She is currently leading the charge to mobilize theater organizations across the nation to procure long-term federal government support to ensure the theater industry's reemergence post-pandemic.
Gina DeCane is an Ashland City Council member, founder of Southern Oregon Pride, former sales director, and community leader, having served as a member of countless boards and committees in Ashland. She says her life's mission is to serve and help our community, and her experience is certainly indicative of that. The following is her challenge to us as AHS students.
I challenge the community to educate themselves. Ashland, we want to be this accepting community and love all. Well, be that. Be that. I challenge this community to not only read the books and educate yourselves, but have the conversation. And anybody can always have that conversation with me. Always. You ever want to know anything about being Black, I'll find out if I don't know, but I think I might know because I've been Black for all my life. However, I challenge people to educate themselves and find a common ground. Find that common ground so that we can begin to get on the other side, start to move towards that conversation and finding solutions and to be an anti-racist world.
Tiffany Beach is the co-founder of Afro Scouts, which is a program created for African children to develop leadership and knowledge in safe environments. Afro Scouts' goal is to support cultural development with confidence and inspire gratitude for ancestral history. Tiffany works with children ages 5 to 18 to help them feel empowered. She encourages her students to study Black history, have discussions, read, and research independently. Tiffany believes the most important challenge is to love yourself. Here is a video of the Afro Scouts pledge.
I'm Marvin Woodard. I'm the equity coordinator for racial justice at SOU. Something that I would want folks to know about me. I phenotypically identify as being African American. Because people see a Black man when they see me, and I think that's awesome. I've grown up in a very multicultural community, a very diverse community. Be it that we have white people that were family by blood. We have family members who married Asian spouses, Latino spouses, same-sex spouses. It's a key fabric in who I am. It's very important, I think very special. I would challenge the Ashland community to go out and find the real Black history. Not that that's put into the textbooks that says Dr. King, Rosa Parks figures, because they are amazing historical figures, but there were others who are also involved in this work. So I think a lot of our history has not been put out on the table in a truthful way, but we don't always want to deal with the parts, outside of slavery. We will talk about slavery, but we don't talk about the massacre of Black communities, destruction of Black communities. So there are a lot of things that have happened nationally that we do not talk about in our history books, because a lot of people don't want to feel bad about it. For those who are able to write the history lessons, if they don't want to put it in, they don't have to put it in. So I encourage people to go check out, I think it's 365black.com. That's just a way of getting started into that search for the real Black history, which is indeed the real American history, which in turns out to be a part of the real world history. And at some point, the truth should come out.
Dr. Flora White Cooper is an experienced healer and leader in the surrounding community. She is the founder and executive director of Immaculate Healing, Wellness, and Research. She has studied total body healing, ethnonutrition, and ethnobotany from highly respected healers both nationally and internationally. Dr. Flora White Cooper uses a mix of Western philosophies and Eastern shamanic healing techniques to support her clients in balancing their mind, body, and spirit. She is also the co-founder of Afro Scouts based in Southern Oregon.
I am Black, beautiful, and proud. I can achieve all that I desire. I promise to believe wonderful things about me in the future. Remember, I'm Black, beautiful, proud, and not alone.
The organization was created for children of African descent to inspire development, leadership, and socialization. Members of the Afro Scouts are provided with diverse expertise and talent. The organization's goal is to encourage and motivate their scouts to be culturally knowledgeable, empowered, and respected members of their communities. Lastly, Dr. Flora White Cooper is also an author, spreading her ideas through messages of happiness and words of wisdom.
A lot of the people here, a lot of my experience that I had with the Ashland people is that they're very mesmerized, I guess, by my appearance. They love my hair, they love how I wrap my head wraps, they love my African attire that I wear, or just my entire presence. But they only, from what I experienced, they only love me so they can go back to their friends or family members and be like, oh, I associate with some Black people. And it's they're not actually here for me, they don't actually fight for me, they just want to take.
Bathsheba Duranville is a Southern Oregon activist gaining her dual major, a Bachelor of Science with her degree in psychology, as well as a Bachelor of Science in criminology and the criminal justice system. In particular, how mass incarceration affects Black women in America. She is a committee member of multiple nonprofits and organizations such as BASE, which is Black Alliance and Social Events working to create a safe and welcoming environment for people of color in the Southern Oregon community. She was also a part of the Black Student Union during her time at SOU. She was born in Haiti, later lived in Minnesota, and then moved to Oregon in 2018 for college. Once entering SOU, she noticed the scarcity of people of color in the Southern Oregon community. She wanted to take action to create a safe space for people of color who had currently been experiencing discrimination. Bathsheba became SOU's Black Student Union president, where she tried to conquer the immense level of hate speech present at SOU for 2 years.
Trying to create a space as much as I can through the Black Student Union, a space of healing, where we don't have to necessarily talk about our experiences as Black people in Ashland or in America, but just be together, live together, breathe together, do things together.
In 2019, she had the honor of receiving an award for her outstanding leadership in social justice from her work within the Black Student Union. Additionally, Bathsheba was the producer and director of a 9-month project named Black to the Future. This was a collage of Black talent present at SOU. It consisted of musicians, singers, and dancers, yet the show was canceled due to the pandemic. Bathsheba is an artist, social activist, poet, educator, and born leader. She has dedicated her time and soul towards everything she is passionate about, and she strives to continue to create a vibrant and safe community for all people of color in the Valley.
My name is D.L. Richardson, Equity Specialist for the Medford School District.
D.L. Richardson is civil rights historian and educator in Southern Oregon. He is an educator with more than 25 years of experience in teaching, diversity training, and public speaking. He has worked to improve equity among local students for years and has helped lead multiple initiatives to help promote racial equity within the Valley. He is a member of BASE Southern Oregon, which is an organization that serves to create a welcoming and supportive community where Black people in Southern Oregon feel safe, respected, and comfortable being themselves when expressing any aspect of their many cultural ethnicities. He is also a member of the Black Southern Oregon Alliance, which is also a group that is working to improve the quality of life within our communities by bringing people together to enhance educational and economic opportunities for all Black/African Americans and people of color. We connected with D.L. Richardson and asked him a few questions. The first being, what is something you wish the AHS community knew about you or your work? Quote, the most important thing I want AHS students to know, especially BIPOC students, is that I'm available for them to come to. If they're having a concern where they believe they are being treated unfairly, I want them to feel comfortable to share with me those concerns so that I can help work out whatever options might be available for them. I want our students to know that they are not alone in Southern Oregon and that they have friends and allies here. Second question, what do you challenge the AHS community to do in regards to Black history? Quote, I challenge them to learn Black history. There needs to be an understanding that when you learn Black history, our history, then you are learning American history and world history. Do not be content to just be satisfied with what you see in history books that were written with only half-truths. Search out alternative history books that tell you the whole story and know that you come from more than just what they choose to tell you. Much more. And as you learn, then share that learning with others so that the truth can finally be recognized and appreciated by all.
We hope that after watching these videos, you'll work on standing with and supporting Black people in our community, and that you'll work on making our community more inclusive, even if that means putting yourself in uncomfortable situations.
If you are a Black youth in our community, please consider coming to the 3rd Annual Black Youth Leadership Summit on February 25th.
Throughout Black History Month, the Ashland High School Library is challenging you to read and engage in material that deepens your understanding of racism, white supremacy, and the experience of being Black in America. Ibram X. Kendi said, no one becomes not racist, despite a tendency by Americans to identify themselves that way. We can only strive to be anti-racist on a daily basis. The Ashland High School Library has developed a collection of books that you can check out. Once you have decided to join the challenge, you can click the Anti-Racist Ashland Challenge button on the AHS Library Canvas course to get started. As you are reading, there will be discussion posts and frequent opportunities to share your learning with the rest of the group. At the end, there will be an opportunity to participate in a culminating project that will be shared with our greater community.